Alright, so the BlacKkKlansman was directed by Spike Lee. And I haven't seen any of his movies. This has got to be the first movie of his that I've seen. And I really enjoyed it. I really love this movie. The first thing that I really loved about the movie was John David Washington, who is the son of Denzel Washington. Totally did not know that. What came as it was a big surprise to me. And I have a feeling we're going to see more of this guy. I haven't seen him in anything else, but I have a feeling he's going to be in more movies because he is so good in this movie. The writing for his character and the performance that he gives is just so charismatic, so likable. He's a great protagonist for the type of movie that this is. And his partner, played by Adam Driver, is yet again great. Adam Driver has been great in pretty much anything that he's been in. He is great as Kylo Ren, and he was great in Logan Lucky. I really love that movie. He was really fun in that movie, and yet again, he is great in this movie. And one of the things that I loved about these two so much is that their chemistry, whether they're disagreeing on something or agreeing or just having a good time, these guys were so great together. Um, yeah, I just really loved these two in the movie, and the movie has a lot of comedic, well, not a lot, but it has a fair few comedic moments. Some that are really funny, that were so funny that they actually did make me laugh out loud, which is kind of hard to accomplish with me because I don't know what I'm going on there, but when a movie can actually make me laugh out loud, then you gotta admit the writing for the comedy is on point. And it has to be in a movie like this because this is a very serious political movie, okay? Very serious movie. So I really appreciated the moments of comedy sprinkled throughout the movie. And also, the movie genuinely surprised me on more than one occasion where it would reveal things through dialogue or through actually showing me. And I'm not going to spoil what these things are because, I mean, it may not be surprising to some, but it was surprising to me because this movie is just very informative on what it's telling you and its message and all that. And it just, by the end of the movie, I was woken up just a little more than previously before watching the movie, I guess. And the movie, sorry, also does such a great job of showing racism back in the 70s. I think that's when the movie takes place, back in the 70s. But I don't know if it's the 70s or 80s, but it takes place in a time where racism was alive. Let's put it like that. Racism these days is sorely lessened, but it's still there. And this movie also shows that. But the movie does such a great. It does it so well, and in a movie like this, you got to have those fuck yeah moments, and it does. It has some really great fuck yeah moments. Also, some great. I'm saying fuck a lot, but some great fuck yeah moments that are like awesome, but also funny as well. You know what I'm talking about by the end of the movie, where our main character is on the phone with a certain someone at the end of the movie, and he's got all his friends around him at the table. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. That was a great fuck yeah moment. That was funny, and so I just love when a movie does that. And the reason why these moments work in the movie is because of how it explores racism and shows you and informs you on things that you may not have known about before. But I do have to get a little political in this video because this movie is very political, very politically heavy, all right? So I need to get a little political, which I will do. So where do I stand on equality for black people? I agree, of course. I agree with equality for anyone, all right? It's taken me some time to get to this point in my personal life. When it comes to equality for everyone, I've learned as much as I can in the world, and I have come to the consensus that I'm not a dick. Everyone should have equal opportunity. All right. I'll say this now. I wasn't like that as a younger kid. Okay, it's taken becoming an adult to get to this point. So I agree with everything that the movie is saying. I agree with its message. And something that I really appreciated in the movie is that it has a black activist group. I think activist is the right word, but a group of black people in the movie fighting for black liberation and black equality. That's uh, not half the movie, but that's one side of the movie, and the other side of the movie is the KKK, those insane people. And it's showing you, and this movie cleverly shows you how what some of them are saying is similar. For example, there is this black female in the movie who tends to call the police pigs. Now, the reason for doing this is understandable because she's what can you say? A lot of police back then were racist, and so she's calling them that because that's her from her experiences. But the KKK also in the movie called the police pigs. Now, when you sit back and watching the movie, you realize, oh shit, the black community is saying the same thing, are calling police the same thing that the KKK are, and this is very clever because personally see in today's world in 2018 that it's not just white people that can be hateful. It's also black people that can be hateful toward white people, or toward cops or whatever. So I like the perspective that this movie gives, right? In that, because it's not all not all white people are bad. All right, it's equality. Equality means everyone gets the same opportunities, even white people, black people, whatever. And this movie does give you that message. But at the very end of the movie, it shows clips of attacks on Black Lives Matter. It shows an attack on a Black Lives Matter protest, and clips of crazy Trump saying crazy shit, where he's basically supporting a few KKK members. That shocked me. But all these clips at the end of the movie show is racism against black people and how possibly the KKK might have infiltrated the American government with Trump. But these clips only show that, and it kind of becomes a one-sided message, especially when the last shot of the movie is the American flag upside down, and that kind of sends an anarchist message. I don't know if anarchist is a word, but it kind of sends a message of anarchy. Fuck the country because the country was racist to us or whatever. And if that is the message, then I disagree, okay? Because the country is not racist, it's the people in it that are racist. They are the ones that need to be corrected, not the country. Like our hero, for example, like our hero in the movie, Ron Stallworth. Again, really love this character, played by John David Washington. He expresses in the movie on a couple occasions that it's not the system, it's not the country, it's the people in it. So we need to weed them out from the inside. And I agree. I completely agree. The minute you sit back and say, oh, the system's racist, we've got a racist culture, the country is racist, that is a lazy political argument. What you need to do is you need to point fingers at the actual people, like Trump, for example. All right? And the end of the movie just felt like that's all it was saying, and it felt like it was kind of abandoning what it was saying in the rest of the movie, if you know what I mean. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. It just kind of sent me a mixed message. Hopefully someone who's watching this video, if you understand it more than me, maybe you can explain it down below. Okay, I'm not hateful. Okay, I'm not trying to be hateful here. I need a little bit of context or perspective. So hopefully you understand where I'm coming from. Of course, I agree with the political message that this movie is expressing, and I really enjoyed this movie. It when it comes to politics on my channel or in my personal life, I try to steer clear of it because politics to me can get a bit confusing, and I don't know. I choose to stay away from politics on my channel and in my personal life because it gets so controversial, but also it's that controversy that just confuses my brain, man. So I just stay away from it for those reasons. Um, but when I watch a political movie like this, you like, is it gonna entertain me? Is it gonna invest me? This one did. It really invested me because of the writing, the characters, the performances. It is a really entertaining movie alongside with it actually being a very politically heavy movie. And for that, I really love this movie, and it might be in my top 10 of the year. So, anyway, I will see you in my next video.